Yup, this ghetto thug, DJ Carrington on your screen, she cannot play another WNBA game ever again. This ghetto thug you see on your screen, DJ Carrington, posted white privilege and tagged the Indiana Fever after she got ejected after raking Sophie Cunningham across the head. When you can literally injure yourself and get injured in multiple ways, DJ Carrington raked Sophie Cunningham across the head. It got reviewed by the officials.
If you thought you had seen every possible level of drama in professional basketball, you need to grab a seat and brace yourself, because the WNBA just experienced an absolute organizational earthquake. We are talking about a full-scale on-court disaster during the August 8, 2026 matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky that has experts completely losing their minds. The internet is absolutely erupting, and we are witnessing exactly what happens when months of high-stakes tension, locker room politics, and deep-seated resentments finally boil over on national television. This wasn't just a standard physical game. This was a brutal targeted strike followed by a massive social media explosion that has the entire league office scrambling for control. We are breaking down a vicious flagrant 2 ejection, a highly controversial white privilege accusation posted just minutes after the hit, and the shocking reaction from a head coach that fans are calling the ultimate betrayal. And right in the middle of this absolute chaos, Caitlin Clark was slapped with a completely bogus technical foul that temporarily triggered an automatic suspension. The structural foundation of the league's officiating and player relations is cracking under the pressure. Why did DJ Carrington go after Sophie Cunningham so aggressively? What is the real, unspoken narrative driving this explosive confrontation? We are going to do a true crime-style breakdown of the exact sequence of events, exposing the institutional compliance and the raw, unedited fallout. Do not skip a single second of this video, buddy, because the WNBA is in crisis mode. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and let's dive directly into this absolute madness. To truly understand the sheer magnitude of this unprecedented controversy, we have to look closely at the mechanics of the play that completely broke the internet. The scene was set in the very first quarter of what would eventually be a 90-86 victory for the Indiana Fever. Sophie Cunningham, who is white, secured the ball and was driving hard for a fast break layup.
I'll just be real. How many black races are there in the WNBA? Seems like a bunch that just can't stand white folks. Just can't stand white folks. At all. At all. She was ejected from the game. It was a flagrant 2. The refs got it right. Don't worry. They'd fuck that up later. I mean, I can't give them credit. How about this, folks? This is me, yours truly. Follow me on the Twitter, @Rhodes How about this, folks? Quote, white privilege with your blonde hair. Yeah. Culturally appropriating Sophie Cunningham's hair? Oh, that's a bad look.
Guys, DJ Carrington, who is black, came charging up from behind. Buddy, this was not a standard defensive contest. Carrington closed the gap and delivered a vicious hit directly to Cunningham's head and neck, completely knocking her out of the air and slamming her to the court, even as the layup managed to go in. The impact was absolutely sickening. But if the establishment thought Cunningham was just going to stay down and take the physical abuse, they were dead wrong. Cunningham popped right back up, immediately charged at Carrington, and shoved her before teammates frantically rushed in to hold her back. The officials rushed to the monitors, and the tape breakdown left absolutely no room for interpretation. The referees explicitly noted that there was clear windup, intense impact, and follow-through on the foul. They instantly upgraded the play to a flagrant 2, and Carrington was immediately ejected from the game. But why did this happen? Experts are pointing to the intense organizational dynamics surrounding Cunningham. Sophie has firmly established herself as the Fever's ultimate enforcer, frequently coming to Caitlin Clark's defense whenever opponents try to cross the line with overly physical play this season. The tension was already astronomical. After the game, Cunningham did not hold back her true feelings. She explicitly stated she thought the hit was absolutely intentional. She noted that while she has never really spoken to Carrington and has no beef with her, she suspects Carrington has some pent-up stuff. Cunningham added, "I'm not going to let anyone just do that to me," claiming Carrington executed the brutal foul simply because she wants attention. If you thought the physical altercation was the peak of this organizational crisis, buddy, the aftermath took this situation to a completely different stratosphere. Just minutes after being thrown out of the game, Carrington allegedly pulled out her phone in the locker room and escalated the situation into a full-blown cultural war. She posted the words "white privilege" on social media and intentionally
that you just made up, this fantasy that you made up, right? This girl is actually insane in the mind, man. But anyways, if that wasn't unprofessional enough, let's go ahead and dive into some more things regarding DJ Carrington and look at her track record. So it all started with Sophie Cunningham going on a fast break right here. DJ Carrington rakes her across the head.
Bust the foul,
and then they start getting into it.
DJ Carrington right away in the aftermath.
Wait for the replay.
And Cunningham
just a dirty foul across the head.
Has to be separated.
Can't believe this is white privilege.
As both teams will head to their benches.
Talking about white privilege, man. They're going to show the replay. Look at her. This is the face of somebody who thinks they're never the problem. This is the face of somebody who thinks it's the world's fault and never their fault. This is the face of a woman who never looks in the mirror. And obviously when she looks in the mirror, she doesn't like what she sees. So she has to smack makeup on every game. Sorry, I had to go there.
Sophie Cunningham comes down, gets her right.
I mean, you can't look at yourself. Can you look at, how you going to look at the world? If you can't even look at yourself, how you gonna look at the world? She hates what she sees when she looks in the mirror.
I think that is going to be a flagrant too. There is wind up. There is follow.
And she knew she did bad. Look at this, raked her across the head. Boom! Like, come on, man. Like, come on. At some point, like, when is she going to be jobless? I just want to know: is she going to have to take a player's career out? Is she going to have to end someone's career before her career ends? I want to know, Kathy. I want to know, Adam Silver, what we doing? Because at this point, this girl is a loose.
Completely circumvented the standard institutional compliance of the WNBA, forcing a deeply personal and racial narrative directly into the public eye. When asked about this explosive post, Cunningham expertly dismantled the accusation. She fired back, stating, "This has nothing to do with race." She pointed to her own history, revealing that she was kicked out for a similar foul the previous year, admitted she deserved it, and firmly declared there was no reason even to play that card. But here is where the narrative takes a massive, shocking twist that has Fever fans absolutely irate. When your player gets violently clotheslined across the neck, you expect the head coach to declare total war on the opposing team. Instead, Fever coach Stephanie White delivered a statement that felt like a staggering betrayal to the fan base. White calmly addressed the media and stated, "It was a hard foul." She then actively defended the opponent's intent, adding, "I don't think that Dijona intentionally came out to get her across the neck like she did, but it did happen, and I thought it was the right call." Fans are completely outraged. How can a coach watch a flagrant 2 wind-up to the neck and claim it wasn't intentional? Meanwhile, Chicago Sky coach Tyler Marsh tried to sidestep the entire disaster. He admitted he hadn't seen the replay but claimed that he thought Carrington was just making a play on the ball and didn't believe it warranted a flagrant 2. When pressed about Carrington's toxic social media post, Marsh deflected, saying he was just hearing about it and that they would handle that internally. The organizational cover-up was in full effect. As if this multi-tiered narrative chronicle of chaos couldn't get any worse, the officials seemingly decided to target the face of the league herself. In the third quarter, Caitlin Clark was assessed a completely bogus technical foul. And buddy, this was not just a regular whistle. This was Clark's 8th technical foul of the entire season, a devastating milestone that immediately triggers an automatic 1-game suspension for
The lady has no idea what she's doing. She's in over her head. She's way over her head when it comes to this job. She needs to go back to being head coaches of teams that nobody really gives a damn about. And it's that simple. Take a listen to Stephanie White defending DJ Carrington. This is disgusting. If I'm Sophie Cunningham, I'm pissed. My mouth was bleeding. She tried to take my head off, and you at the podium talking about, oh, you don't think it was on purpose. What?
And also there was, for Steph, there was Sophie's flagrant foul from Dejanay. Just what was your reaction to that? And just your thoughts on what happened?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that Dejanay intentionally came out to get her across the neck.
What are you talking about? What are you just have your team's back, bruh. When do you have your team's back, Stephanie? You're immediately coming in defense of the
get her across the neck like she did. But it did happen, and I thought it was the right call. But, you know, one of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup. And so...
Bro, all that, none of that is necessary. We don't give about none of that. We don't give up about none of that. You could save that. We don't care about that. You are supposed to have Sophie Cunningham's back. You up here to
get it. For allegedly making contact with a referee when she was forcefully pushed out of bounds. It was a complete disaster of officiating that threatened to ruin the league's upcoming broadcast. Clark, showing incredible restraint, finally broke her silence in a post-game television interview. She explained that the official claimed Clark ran into her. Clark calmly stated, "I've already watched it on the tape, so we'll let the league decide." She made it crystal clear that the contact wasn't intentional or anything, emphasized that absolutely nothing was said, and expressed hope that the league would step in and rescind the disastrous call. Even Coach White, who had just defended Carrington's brutal hit, had to admit that Clark's technical was a bad call. Thankfully, the WNBA front office realized they were facing a catastrophic PR nightmare. A few hours after the game, the league officially stepped in and rescinded Caitlin Clark's technical foul, saving her from the unearned suspension. But the damage to the league's reputation had already been done. The officials had lost total control of the narrative, allowing a brutal hit, a toxic social media post, and a bogus technical to completely hijack the...
Like she want to be a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, but she's claiming white privilege, and she like, man, get up out of here, man. This is a bozo affair. This is a bozo affair. You up here defending it.
The things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup. And so I don't oppose the hard foul, but I also don't think that she intentionally went for the net.
This is the lady that is supposed to be representing the team.
Okay, you grabbed Sophie right after. What was your view of the play, and of course, why did you choose to do that?
I mean, just protect me. That's it. You know, I got my teammate back always, so just to get out of the way.
She said, just to protect Sophie, I got my teammates back. I wish we had a coach that had our back. I wish y'all had a coach that had y'all back. Stephanie White is up here defending this girl.
Gotta ask about her response. She went in and she got on social and said white privilege after her getting ejected.
Who did this?
Dejanay did. Any response to that?
No, I don't know anything about that. But no response.
Oh, no. Oh, now you don't got nothing to say because you look real fucking stupid right now. You look real fucking stupid right now. Oh, now you don't got nothing to say. You was just bragging about this girl 30 seconds ago. Now you don't got nothing to say. Well, she ran on social media talking about white privilege. Now you quiet. Why you so quiet now? Why are you so quiet now, Stephanie? Like, come on, bro. This is what I'm saying. This lady is not fit for leadership. She's not fit for leadership at all. At all. Now you don't have nothing to say. When they talk about the white privilege stuff, she wanted to run and say, but...
Buddy, we have just witnessed an absolute masterclass in organizational dysfunction and high-stakes drama. Dejanay Carrington's vicious foul and subsequent social media stunt have completely exposed the boiling resentments within the league. Sophie Cunningham stood her ground, expertly shutting down the narrative, while Caitlin Clark survived a targeted officiating disaster to secure the victory. The WNBA is officially on notice. The fans are watching every single angle, and the old-school locker room politics are being dragged into the blinding light. If you want to see the league take massive action against Carrington for this brutal incident, smash that like button right now. Drop a comment below. Did Coach White betray Sophie Cunningham with her post-game comments? Make sure you subscribe so you never miss another breakdown of the WNBA's biggest controversies. And I will see you in the next one, buddy.